Hi, guys. Welcome back. This is your favorite podcast, hopefully, comics. My name is Carmen, and I will be your moderator for this week. I don't know why this guys allowed this to happen, but it's going to be a shit show. So, somebody
See,
please introduce themselves because I didn't even ask them to have an order to introduce themselves. So, here we go. Like I said, shit show.
Esteban, go.
this is Esteban, and you know we gotta do the little horn that burr, burr, burr.
I was gonna say last time when we did the show, one of us had that in our on our phone, so we were just playing music or those sound.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did do
Um,
that.
since I started
Okay,
talking,
anyways, next person.
Hi, I'm Andres.
Hey, this is Ash.
Luis, go.
And this is Luis, guys.
And as promised, it will be a shit show today, as we
Fantastic.
can see already from the introduction. So today, guys, we will be talking.
We'll get it.
Go ahead.
So we'll get it down at some point. The introductions. Well, at one point we'll say, "Hey, one person talks," and then once that person's done talking, the next person can talk. It's a very complicated system, but we'll get it at some point.
It's not like we didn't have 15 minutes of show prep before we started. You know.
No, not at all.
It's not, guys. We literally just joined the call. Nobody talked to each other before that, so no prep time.
It's like the
today,
Fire Festival
With a
of
full bottle,
podcasts.
I now have like a quarter.
Okay, so if these guys stop interrupting me as of now, thank you very much. I hold the mic. Thank you. Today, if you guys could see these guys, they're laughing at me, but it's fine.
No
I
one's
have to demand attention. I have to demand attention somehow. So today, we will be talking about, oh God, show. Anyways, today we are going to be covering everyone's favorite scary movie. Now, we are going to be in teams, and I said, actually, the guys will be. If you listen to last week's podcast, there were teams and pterodactyls. We dominated, even though
cheated.
there are difference of opinions. But we'll just let you guys comment and subscribe and tell us what you guys think, who won, but whatever.
Everyone's gonna know you cheated.
So,
The pterodactyls
whatever.
one.
It's fine. Whatever, if that's what you think. But this week's team is
Pterodactyls don't
going
talk.
to be Esteban and Luis versus Andres and Ash. Now, do you guys have a team name that you would like to come up with now on the spot? The floor is all yours.
Luis and I will be known as the Red and Green Ranger for the rest of this podcast.
Okay.
Only address the
Who's the Red Ranger?
Who is the Red
Oh, that's
Ranger?
clearly. I'm thinking that's Esteban. That's
No,
the leader right
I'm
there.
the Green Ranger, bro. Green Ranger.
I was
Motherfucker.
gonna say, didn't Jason do gay porn after the Power Rangers? Just saying.
No, that is a myth.
Isn't
Oh
it?
my
That is a myth. That didn't happen.
Didn't one of the Red Rangers go to jail for stabbing somebody?
That
Yeah,
was
but that's
in a
not-
different Power
yeah.
Rangers.
Yeah, that was a
Sixth
fourth
season.
generation.
Well, that's
Yeah. Doesn't count.
And Andres and Ash, what is your guys' team's name?
we're gonna be team I just finished.
Wow. Okay. And you know what? Actually, that leads me, Mr. Ash. What is the item that you are drinking today, since you are our drink of the night? And you're probably halfway done with it.
Strawberry lime margarita with 2 shots.
What,
Did you blend that?
I did blend it.
Hey, what
Nice.
what tequila did you use?
Sorry, Jose Cuervo. On both sides.
Silver, gold.
Silver for the tequila, and it's gold on my insides. That's not a. That's not
Okay. Wow.
That's not even.
Bum, bum, bum.
We need to buy
So,
you for Christmas.
We're just gonna lead away from that now.
That is not good tequila.
And getting fucking margaritas. I'm down.
Yeah, that is not good tequila. That is
Yeah, bro.
shit.
We got to get you some primo tequila.
It doesn't even have to be that much better. It's just that in particular is bad tequila.
Oh shit.
So what I'm listening to now is the fact that Esteban and Andres are buying all of us tequila so that we
Who said all of us?
taste
We said
whichever
Ash.
tequila. Oh, excuse me. How am I supposed to know which tequila is premium if you're only gonna buy a certain tequila?
You
No,
should know.
I'll buy you whiskey instead of.
Carmen has a good
fine.
point there, guys.
I know what Carmen likes to drink. Don't worry, I got her.
I do like whiskey, yes. So okay, so moving on. Today, as I said earlier, the team Esteban, Luis versus Andres and Ash, which is Red Ranger and Green Ranger versus I just finished. Okay. They are going to be guessing. They are really going to be guessing each other's favorite horror movie. Now, as you can listen from the previous podcast, these guys are really outspoken and really have a hard time choosing between one favorite movie. So some of them have two, but
Ouch.
this will be the trick. Which movie are they going to pick that they're going to describe to their partner? Now, they're going to be describing a movie to their partner, but there are some rules. The rule is that for the first round, it's going to go in turns. So Team Green and Red Power Ranger versus I Just Finished, they will go, Power Ranger team will go first, then the I Just Finished team will go second. They will have one turn per person, and they have 5 words to describe their favorite horror movie. Within those 5 words, I have also set another rule. They have no words. So the no words for this description of the episode, or the movie, sorry, is stabs, follows, kills, shoots, murders, slash, haunts, and knife. They may not use those words to describe any action of their favorite movie. Since you can't see, obviously, because you're listening, but when you can see, you will see that I am holding up the list, and I will hold it throughout the whole time.
I love
Stop
this
laughing at
so
me, guys.
much. I love this
swear.
so
No
much.
words.
But do we understand the rules of the game?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But now
if
Carmen's got
you're,
that. You got the
Uh-huh.
song stuck in my head with the no words, and it's on TikTok, and I'm sure you probably heard it, where the guy's just singing, "This
That's
is
exactly
my
why I
no
got the
squared."
I don't have TikTok. That's why I'm not laughing.
How dare you?
Same.
Both of you.
So, anyways, let's just. Oh, and after whoever guesses each partner's favorite movie. So let's say, I don't know, Andres guesses Ash's favorite film. Then Ash will explain to us why that's his favorite film, and so on. Got it? Okay. So
Let's do
it's
this.
Quick question.
one turn per team. Yes.
Is there going to be consequences for the teams that lose? Because there hasn't been much consequences other than I'm down for drinking the whole bottle.
Well, there also hasn't been any fucking winning.
No, I
I won twice in a row,
Are we gonna
and
do this?
I have no trophy.
What?
And I would like a trophy that says I'm badass.
Because wait a
It
minute.
feels like you're being
Hold on.
aggressive towards me as well, and I was on the winning team.
No, I am not. I am not being aggressive towards anyone. But
We'll let the listeners decide.
I'll interject.
Yes.
In the last iteration of this podcast, there was a championship belt that was the winner of the game at the end. I think it's time to.
It's time to.
Hey,
Yeah.
by the way, you may be getting that belt back, but I'm pretty sure I was the last one that held that belt.
Yes, I believe.
pretty sure
Wow,
I
that's pretty nice.
So
I
you may have
believe-
it, but I think that's rightfully mine.
I believe you are correct, sir. And
So-
don't worry to all the
Okay.
listeners. You guys will hear the iterations of the podcasts and the different evolutions that we've gone through to come to this point. So it's
And I
coming.
will also need an explanation of where that belt came from and why it needs to be mine, since I have 2 wins under my belt. But
Well,
let's
technically,
just
you're
continue
sharing a
on
win.
with-
You're sharing a win. So technically,
yes,
you're
I
sharing.
am sharing a win with Mr. Luis. He was an awesome fucking partner because he carried me on the last podcast. I will admit to that.
So
Okay,
technically,
but
your record
technically,
is.
I've won twice.
So
So-
technically, your record is 1-0-1. I mean-
okay, I'll agree to disagree.
What? Well, okay.
Oh, she gave you that little look at the end.
She did. She did.
Anyways, okay,
It's all
so
good.
let's get started. So
Let's
as
do
I
it.
said, shit, I
Nope.
forgot who was starting. Do you guys remember who I said who was starting?
You said
You
the
said- You
Rangers were
said
going
the
to start.
Rangers we're going first.
The Rangers. Okay, so Rangers. Out of the 2 of you, who will guess first?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know we can't say the character, but clearly we can't say who's starring in the film then, right? Because that wasn't said.
Yeah, you can't say who's starring because if you,
You can't say characters' names.
well, no, not only that,
Yeah.
but the actors that are playing in the movie. Because if
Exactly.
you do, that's gonna give away the movie.
That
Or
obviously will
I
tell
have another
you.
suggestion. If
Yes.
the movie is a noun and there is a verb that's connected to that, don't use that verb.
I agree.
Yes.
Don't be cheap.
Yes.
I got
I
it.
agree.
Try to
I
be
agree.
as imaginative as possible. Is that
Okay.
even a word? I don't know.
I think I've got the 5 words in my head. If you want to guess first, Esteban, if
You
you're
want-
down.
So okay, so I'm
Okay.
guessing. I'm guessing.
You'll guess mine. I'll give you 5 words.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Okay.
Okay.
Word number 1. Mask. Word number 2. Psychopath.
I
Word
already
number
have it.
3.
I already know.
Okay.
It's Halloween, the 2018 one.
Oh shit! And the year. Yes, sir.
Yes. He got it on the first try.
Hey, hold on.
Now,
Hold on. Sorry, Carmen. I
Okay,
need
go
to
ahead,
interrupt.
Andres. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
The Rob Zombie version is your favorite version of Halloween?
No.
Fuck you! Hell no!
No, Mr.
That was
Andres.
so
Mr. Andres,
bad.
That is, wow. Okay. I'm just gonna
Okay.
digress from that. And Esteban, can you please tell me why you think that your choice was correct, obviously, but why do you know that that's Luis's favorite movie besides the hints that he gave you? Interesting.
Luis is a psychopath.
He's not wrong.
And Luis, why do you like that specific version of the movie?
The fucking atrocious Rob Zombie version humanized Michael Myers. When Michael Myers was created as just this thing, this evil entity, and Andres is disagreeing with me, but this evil entity that had no reason. He's just fucking evil. And the new movie that was co-written by Danny McBride, actually, interestingly enough, it just replaced that back to, it's not that Jamie Lee Curtis was a sister. It's no deeper story. It's just this dude is fucking insane, and there's no rhyme or reason for certain evils that are in the world. And I just thought that was such. It's so simple, it just made it even creepier. That it's like, to not give him a reason, that it's just, you're just fucking crazy. And so I just thought it was brilliantly executed. And my favorite scary movie changes pretty much like every 2-3 years, and that's just where it's at right now.
Right on.
All right.
All right,
Anybody
Andres, you're
have
shaking your head. No,
anything to say?
I
Yeah.
need to hear
Mhm.
your rebuttal.
I don't know. I can't go further until my movie is said, so I'll wait.
Got it. Okay.
Ah!
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
I respect
So
that.
now since you guys have a win, you can choose to either, Luis, do you want to guess Esteban's movie, or do you want to let I Just Finished team go first?
You realize why Ash picked that name, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
And
okay.
it sucks to have to say it every time.
I will let I just finished, and I will let Andres give his 5 clues, and Ash is going to guess.
All right.
Time
All
out,
right,
time out,
guys.
time out. Wait, hang on. If for whatever reason, if Ash cannot guess the movie, do we have an option to jump in there and steal?
No.
Okay, that's all. That's all.
Ah.
Are you ready, Ash?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Satan.
Exorcist.
What?
Exorcist.
He got it! Yay!
Yes, he did. Wow.
Got that in one word. Yatch!
Yep.
To clarify,
Yeah.
I did not choose team I just finished to make you say it. I just wanted it to be. I just wanted to upset Andreas.
Oh, you didn't upset me at all.
But
So
at all.
anxiety coming through
Trust me.
for me, so it's all good.
All right.
Now,
is
Ash,
no square.
explain, why do you think that is Andres' favorite horror movie? Or one of?
Okay. I think it's very iconic. I think everything, going by Andreas' character, everything is acceptable, but the things that made an imprint, that might even be just being a guy. The things that made an imprint with your kid, sometimes there's not a lot of things that surpass it. Does
Okay.
Okay.
My
All
turn.
right.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
please explain.
So
Mhm.
I was raised Catholic, pretty churchy. I was an altar boy growing up. So anytime you involve like your religion and horror, that kind of props something up inside of me. And then that movie, yeah, as compared to now, it's pretty tame and kind of boring, classic or whatever. But if you actually, there's really good podcasts on the making of that movie, and you could see the shit that they put. Fuck now, I literally had the actress's name.
Linda?
Thank you, Linda Blair.
Linda
Like
Blair.
she was like permanently hurt on the part where she's like getting slammed on the bed. Like she had whiplash that followed her throughout her career. That podcast is really good. It's a Wondery's podcast, so you can look that up. Shout out to Wondery. There you go. They're a big podcast company. But that movie is really good. I haven't had there's not too many movies that gave me nightmares. That one isn't one of them. It's a different movie that maybe we'll touch on in the future. But yeah, anytime you involve religion with me, I'm not Catholic any longer. I don't practice anything, but I was pretty into religion when I was younger, and that's always gonna hold a special place into my heart. So yeah.
Right on.
love scary
You
movies.
follow,
Watch that particular movie because of religion.
What happened?
There's a lot of people that love slasher movies or scary movies that don't like The Conjuring or fucking Exorcist. Like, sometimes they'll like scary stuff, but when it has religion in it, like they're out.
That's why it's even more because
I
something that
agree.
I was raised in.
I
So
agree.
it turns into that taboo topic of
Yeah,
like, oh shit,
exactly.
we shouldn't be
Yep.
talking about this, and oh fuck, like this is gonna conjure the devil.
Yep, I'm right there
I have
with you.
I have a counter question for you, Andres. Did you follow any of the urban legends surrounding the film, like the isolated fire on set and
yeah.
the girl's
So that
bedroom was
podcast
left
touched on
unharmed?
that, like I would say definitely go, or how the director of the movie like kind of failed afterwards. That podcast is really good. It's really well done. I would say go listen to it if you have. I think it's like 7 or 8 episodes, and they're an hour
That's
episodes,
awesome.
so you could smash through it in a workday if you have the ability to. It touches on all of that, so I would say definitely give that a listen.
That's fucking awesome.
So if any of my coworkers are listening, I will not be answering any calls or emails because I will be listening to this podcast. So, Andres, since Ash guessed your movie, would you like to guess Ash's movie next, or would you like Power Ranger Team to go next?
Since I've lost twice in a row. Hey, question first before we go forward. If we both guess ours, do we win the game? See, there is no tie. So I could literally win the game right now.
You could win the game right now.
He's not
Let
wrong.
me
Fuck.
see.
I'm sorry, Esteban.
It's all right. It's all good.
Fine. Okay. If you go next and you guess right, you could win. Yes. The
So,
game.
Ash, what do you want to do, Ash?
I want to. It's funny that I was
Now,
going to say I want to finish.
keep in mind that this is the second turn around, the second turn. So now you only have 4 words to describe the movie, even though you guys only use 1 word, but you know.
Yeah. I only need 3. But I'll take the 4, just in case.
It's up to you, Ash. What do you want to do?
You'll get mine.
So is that what we're doing?
Let's do this.
Okay, there's your answer.
All right.
On to lose twice.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I gave him the option.
Wait, hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, mamma mia.
All right, let's go.
You have to talk about your birthday, everyone.
We're not talking about my birthday when I try to fly like Superman.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Who brought the sound effects?
Yeah.
All right. Anytime you're ready.
All right, you guys ready?
Do it.
Go for it, Ash.
Andreas. 90s long face.
Scream?
Yeah.
He changed his answer. That wasn't his answer.
That was
I guessed it. It doesn't fucking matter. He could have like.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows Ash was talking about BoJack Horseman. He changed it to Scream to fit your fucking guesses, whatever.
Well, I mean, looking at the list, that's like the only one on 90s, isn't it?
Just
Yeah?
because you said
No,
90.
I
No.
haven't seen the
No,
list.
there's
I didn't
some
see the
there.
list. I nailed that bitch without having any list. All I needed was long
Oh,
face.
damn. Okay.
All I needed was
No.
long face.
All right. Well,
Besides the hints that he gave you, Andres, why would you think that is Ash's favorite movie or
that's
franchise or whatever?
I would say that is an interesting pick for Ash. Knowing him, I would have for sure thought he would have picked like classic '80s horror. Like I see him more as like a fucking Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street type guy. So I myself am kind of surprised that he picked that movie, and that movie holds a special place in my heart as well. So I was glad that he picked that one. So I'm actually really interested to hear what he has to say about it.
Oof, Drew Barrymore.
Is that all?
No. Oh, is that okay? So me going next, or me going explain why. I really genuinely don't like scary movies. I
That's right.
really get apprehensive. But much like a roller coaster, once I see it's not that bad, like what's the one that I like? The one that I like, it's not The Conjuring, but I always think it's The Conjuring. The one that I like is the one where the monster looks like fucking Darth Maul.
Sinister.
Oh.
no, it's
Insidious.
No, not
It's
Sinister.
It's Insidious.
Insidious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Sinister's
Sinister,
fucking
though.
legit, though.
Yeah, Sinister is shit.
Ooh. Did you see the second one?
Yeah. I
haven't
did.
seen the
I didn't
second
like
one.
it as much, though.
I haven't seen the second one. I saw the first one in theater.
Don't watch
I
it.
like
It'll
the
ruin it.
second
Keep the first one.
Okay, cool. All right.
So
All right, sorry, Ash. We didn't mean to hijack your shit.
90s is kind of the last era that I was able to handle. Once it got kind of fucking feel like I'm watching Faces of Death. Like Midsummer, I was all, this is, once I saw her face explode, I was like, oh, this is way, I'm gonna not sleep for 3 weeks. I don't, it really, really, really kind of stays, it sounds like a fucking pussy, but it really stays with me to the point where even in like 3 years, I could see the scene like it was yesterday, and then that's all I'll see, and then I won't go to sleep. So, but
Ash,
yes.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I
with Scream,
have a theory.
okay, but with Scream, that was one of those movies where I had to man up because of a girl, so I went to go see it, and then I ended up loving it.
Damn, that's how much fucking older you are than all of us. I saw that movie with my brother and my uncle when I was like, I literally saw there's like 4 of them. I literally saw all of them.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Older?
I think
don't
there's
know
5.
how old everyone is in here. How old are you, Ash?
I'm 42.
No fucking way.
Yeah. I'm a man.
Stop.
All right, Ash, I have a question for you, bud.
Yeah.
Do you cry in movies? I'm willing to bet you do, but I'm asking the question because I have a theory.
I cry in movies, but I don't cry.
Hold on. Don't answer this yet. If Ash is going to answer this question, we all answer this question because he's not going to be the only one.
100%.
Do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Go forward. I got your back, Ash.
One, I got a fucking compliment from Andres, and he had my back. Today, I'm gonna probably die tomorrow. That's not gonna be good. I don't cry like if it's what's that movie? Like I See Stars and she's in the hospital. Like I don't cry at that. I usually like it's like something lame like I'm trying to think of something stupid. Like hey, I got you this card. Like it's stupid. It's I also cry at this is gonna be too sensitive, but mother-son scenes.
Okay. I get it.
Okay, and that was exactly my theory.
Yeah.
So so what's said psychologically speaking is that if you have a lot of compassion, then you're able to inject yourself in what the actors are portraying. So
Right.
whatever they show, then you feel it. And so because you're a compassionate person, you see that person seeing their mom after 3 years of not seeing their mom, like, and that brings me to why you don't like.
I can't think of a scenario like that, like dad, mom, whatever.
No,
like,
dude, the perfect
Right.
scenario is, I mean, the only reason why I think of it recently is because I actually saw it with my 2 kids, was Captain America: Civil War, where I see she already knows what I'm talking about. where Steve Rogers just like, Tony, it wasn't him, and he goes, I don't care, he killed my mom, and then like he goes after him, So I get it.
The movie is so hard for me to watch.
And you feel it.
Spoiler alert, if you have not seen Infinity War, I didn't cry when Tony Stark, I am Iron Man, and passed, and then even saw Gwyneth Paltrow. I cried when Mr. Stark, and fucking.
Oh, don't even talk about that, because somebody sent me that in some leaked feed, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Why are you sending me this shit?
Yeah, that's
but then that takes me to my horror movie point. The reason that it fucks with you for so long is because you're so compassionate, and you look at it and be like, they were so scared, and so it just kind of like fucks with you, like on a down to your core. That just means you're a good person, man.
It's just funny because I can't explain to her. Compassionate, baby. No, I'm a wuss.
Thank you, Luke, for bringing us back to that.
Yeah.
And we will get back to what makes us cry in movies. Or, yes, don't worry, Andres. We will get back to supporting Ash.
For the record, I definitely cry in movies. By the way,
100% me too.
No, like
I'm a fucking baby. Yes.
Oh hell yeah!
All right.
So,
can I tell an embarrassing story real quick that happened over the weekend? About that? I'm watching.
5 seconds.
Yeah, 5 seconds.
5 seconds. Okay. I'm watching a cheesy anime with my girlfriend. I'm getting my girlfriend into anime, and I started crying but we're sitting on a sideways couch and I'm in front of her like a little love seat, and my shoulders are shaking as much as I'm trying to hold it together. And she's like, "Are you crying?" Which is the words that you don't need to hear
Don't say that.
when
Don't
shit's
fucking
hitting
say
you.
that.
She's like,
should know
"Are you
not to
fucking
say
crying?"
that.
Like, and she used the word "fucking" too. Like, that just hurt. Like, yo, are you fucking
You're
crying?
a
Like,
terrible
what kind of
person.
man? What kind of man move did I move in
Don't
with?
say that.
And yeah, and so then, and I'm like, like I'm just breathing heavier, like trying to control it. Yeah, no, but it came full circle because we're watching that same anime on Monday, and then she starts bawling with a different episode, and it takes us back to what we were talking with Ash. It's like, yeah, no, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. She knows where I sleep.
Luis just ended up pushing her off the couch. Shut up.
No, but it goes back to what Ash was saying is like I was crying at the part where the main character hit rock bottom, and they just were frustrated and they're repeatedly like punching a rock and their hands getting bloody and just they got tears streaming down their face. But they're mad. They're yelling at this rock that signifies their frustration. And then the part where my girlfriend cried was a part where it's like a happy part where she's saying goodbye to a family, like. And she's like, no! Like, you know, and it's like, there's a complete difference. And it's like what you're able to associate yourself with. And I just thought it was funny. But no, I cry in movies and shows all the time, as short as 3 days ago.
Luis, does your girlfriend listen to the podcast?
I hope she doesn't listen to this episode, but yes.
Oh, she will.
Just get ready to sleep on the couch, bro.
But, what did you
So
want to
Team
do?
Power Rangers.
Because I have no request, but what did you want to do?
As far as
No, you said before we get into the stories, I want to, and then Luis cut off with how he lost his kids.
oh yeah, I wanted to have the Power Rangers have their turn. You guys guessed the other movie. So
good job.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. You know, sometimes you should fire me as moderator because, you know. Anyways, Power Rangers.
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay, my turn.
Oh,
okay.
do you need a reminder of the no words?
Yeah, I need the no square words. Okay, perfect. Are you ready, Luis?
Bring it.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see. How am I going to do this? Vampires.
I got it. Sorry.
He already knows.
Come on, bro.
Colonization.
Ooh, there's two.
Oh, I think I know.
Peanut gallery, stop it.
I didn't do anything.
What's the third word? Did you say it?
I said winter.
Oh, come on.
I think I got it. Give me my last word. I think I got it.
With 2 words, I got it.
I'm pretty sure.
Wait. How many was that?
That was three.
3. Okay.
Let's see, because I know if I give this next one, it's going to pretty much give it away. Well, might as well. It's the last one. Alaska.
Dude, come on.
That's what I thought. Okay. So this is a really good film that every weekend I've been introduced. My girlfriend doesn't like scary movies. She's like Ash. Every weekend
Junior.
I've been introducing a different scary movie to her, and I just bought it. It was on sale, and we are talking about 30 Days of Night, my friend.
Yeah, son.
That movie. Sorry.
Yup. Yeah, 30 Days of Night.
With the dreamy Josh Barnett.
Oh, heck yeah, dude. With his long hair and everything. My stars.
It's fucking good.
With the hair whip over there.
Yep, there it is.
When blood kind of looks coagulated when it comes out of the person, it's kind of, I don't know why that's easier for me than a guy that walks into a fucking emergency room with the bone sticking out. I don't know how to explain that.
I get it.
I have
I
to
get
say,
that.
I do love that
Easy.
movie
All
for
that
the
stuff is
vampires with their eyes all blacked out, the dilated
Yeah, dude.
pupils. Yeah,
Yeah.
always
I'm
super
sorry
dope.
to interrupt you guys, but I need to hear why Louise picked or knew that this was the movie that
Okay,
Esteban was talking about.
honestly though, I didn't know really until he said Alaska.
Alaska.
Because
Vampire.
nobody liked that movie. So I'm like, no way he would
Oh, I
pick
love
it.
that movie.
I loved
I
it.
love that
movie was
Thank you.
that
movie.
movie
Okay,
was a
and
shit, dude.
see, you guys are my people, but like, it reminds me like
Are we?
up until 2 weeks ago when Andres mentioned that he didn't really hate Suicide Squad the way the rest of the world did. Like, there were things he didn't like, but he didn't hate it.
Yeah.
That's how I felt, but I've kind of had to like be a closeted like Suicide Squad supporter. You know, I just kind of kept that to myself. But this movie, like when I bought it digitally. It got like a 30% Rotten Tomatoes. Like
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
didn't do well. Like, but I remember watching it. I was like, is it different than I remember? And so when you were mentioning vampires and calling it, I'm like, it sounds like 30 Days of Fucking Night.
Can
And
I
so
go
I was
next?
like, no way, it's the thing I think it is.
I saw that movie the weekend it came out at the theater. I know the person I was next to. I know exactly the theater I went to see it. I fucking love that movie. There is nothing bad about that movie at
No,
all.
there's
I
nothing
love
bad
that
about that movie.
movie,
So good.
and alongside that movie, it's the other one, 28 Days something.
28 Days Later.
Oh,
28
28
days
Yes.
later.
28
Yes,
days
it's
and
very
28
similar in a
Oh.
way, but I remember exactly, like you said, Andres, who I was with in the theater,
Yeah,
what I was
same.
doing. Yeah,
Those two
100%.
movies are so fucking good, and I'm sure no one's gonna pick them, and that's fine. But like fucking zombie movies, apocalypse movie, that is fucking like top notch. Yeah, those are really
Yeah.
good.
So, Mr.
Yeah.
Esteban, please
Yeah.
tell us why that is one of your favorite movies.
Because it shows vampires in a different light. I mean, we see Bram Stoker's Dracula, we see, Interview with the Vampire, stuff like that. But these vampires in this movie they're 100% hunters. That's what they are. They're hunters, and most of the vampire movies are in a city or in a big city. This is taking place in Alaska, where the reason, if you guys don't know, 30 Days a Night is actually based off of a graphic novel, and it's a series. It's a series of graphic novels, but it's the reason why it's called 30 Days a Night because there's a city in Alaska where for 30 days the sun doesn't come up, and these vampires show up here. You know what I mean? It's great. I mean, it has Danny Houston, or Huston, is a great, plays a great vampire in that movie. There's a lot of things in there that I saw where I'm just kind of like, it kind of hits it at the core. It tugs at the heartstrings, especially with Josh Hartnett. If you guys haven't seen it, at the very end, what he ends up doing to save his ex-wife and his brother, it's his brother, right? I think it's his brother, in order to save them, and then the conflict that he deals with when he ends up running into his partner, because he's a sheriff in the town. He runs into his partner, and what his partner did to try to survive. It just fucking blows my mind. And I don't want to go too much into it because if you guys haven't seen it, it's something that I think you should really watch, because yes, it's a horror movie, but it's not like gore horror. It's not anything like that. It has its jump scares and whatnot, but it's literally a movie that I have to see every year around October. Like, I have to watch it.
That movie has by far one of my favorite scenes or one of my favorite lines of dialogue.
Uh-huh.
And it's when he bites a girl in the very beginning of the film, and she's trying to get away, and she's like, "Oh my God, no!" And the fucking vampire with his fucking accent, "No God," and then he fucking bites her. That's like,
Yeah.
that's just so fucking crazy.
Sergeant Stagg or Colonel Stagg.
What are you talking about?
You're so annoyed. What are you talking about? Fucking X-Men.
What the fuck you want now, man?
Stagg?
No, it's Ben Foster. Ben Foster. He has a small role in the movie. Yeah, it's a small role.
Right? He's the fucking leader guy. The guy they put chains to the bottom of the helicopter and it starts squeezing him in X-Men. Never mind.
No, you're thinking of the wrong person. That is because you're talking about X-Men 2, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so X-Men 2, that William Stryker is different than the William Stryker that you're thinking of. That William Stryker, I think, was in X-Men Origins, yes, and he actually played the villain that I'm talking about played the villain in Wonder Woman. He was in Wonder Woman.
That's nice.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Somebody's
Good
correct.
shit.
Oh,
So we won. right?
now.
Yeah, you won.
Well, what's up,
I
Matt?
was just about to get to that. I just finished team. Would you like to be the team that guesses which movie is my favorite? Or would you like to have the Power Ranger team guess first?
I would like to
Okay.
do this with everyone.
But let me just remind you that there was 2 turns already, so now you only have. I will give you 3 words to describe my favorite movie, and see if you could guess. Either you tell me now that you want to go, or Rangers go.
Can we make a compromise? Can we say who goes first? Can we say who goes first? But can we say who goes first and then?
No, you either tell me you want to guess first,
Laying down the
or
hammer.
you don't go at all.
I have a suggestion, moderator.
I love the suggestions, but see, I'm moderating, so these are my rules.
All right.
Mm.
You shove your suggestion up your ass.
Yeah, but nobody even
That's
knows.
pretty much it.
All right, fuck it.
She's like, I love you have suggestions. That's cute, but no.
Lovely. Awesome.
Armin's like, oh, he thinks. Let's go.
What do you want to do?
So, as I said, you guys won. So you guys tell me, do you guys want to guess my film or do you not?
Ash.
Well, one, I would like them to take a fucking shot because they haven't been taking shots.
Go ahead.
You
They
see?
have to actually finish all of that
Okay, you see this?
per our rule.
You see it? You see it? See it?
Cheers, boys.
Okay, cheers.
For
Hey,
all of you guys
here's-
listening, they are all chugging their drinks.
get a
Esteban
chug.
and Luis look like they have whiskey. Andres looks like he has a second beer. He started with 1 beer, now it's the second one.
And which,
And
by
Ash
the way,
is refilling his glass, or
he's adding Jose. He's
he
Jose
is
Cuervo.
having a shot. Okay, got
Which, by the way, it is a crime to chug a
it.
10 year.
McKenna.
It is a crime to chug a 10 year.
10 year.
Ash, you have the nastiest
Single
alcohol
barrel.
by far in this group. Like, we definitely need to buy you some better tequila.
Don't worry, dude. I'll be down in SoCal in less than a month. I'll bring you a bottle of
Oh,
something
cool.
good.
And then you'll just visit Ash.
You guys
Yeah,
want
that's
a
cool.
moment? This
Okay,
is,
before you guys get carried away, back, hello. Like, we don't have a pending task. Like, I don't matter here. Moderator. 100% important for all of you guys listening.
Yeah, Ash.
It's
All
fine.
lives matter,
It's not
sir.
about them.
Be respectful.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know what's happening.
I'm gonna
Let's
back
not
I
get
got you,
political
Carmen, don't worry.
here, but
Let's bring it to 3 words. Is
mm,
that what we're talking about?
Yeah, let's go.
no. So Ash, Andres, do you guys want to guess first, or do you want to?
Guess me a guess. I'll decide.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay. 3 words. Black and white. Thriller. That is 3 words: black, white, thriller.
Fuck
So-
out of here.
Oh
You
shit!
know that first one doesn't count.
I'm glad you guys
No,
took
it
that.
does.
Enjoy.
No, it does because I really, I
Yeah,
had to
I'm
think
good.
about it.
No,
and I
no,
was
no,
like,
no, because you
I'm
realize
sorry.
that
I'm sorry.
mistake.
No, I did. I'm sorry. But
Actually, no, this
it
one.
is. It's the truth. I can't cheat. I already was
Look, I don't
being
know
a
what's
cheater
on
for
the
the
list.
last one.
I do.
I don't know what's on
I'm
that
telling you.
list.
I'm
Black
telling
and
you
white
what it is.
thriller. Psycho.
Yeah.
Yes,
Without even
Look, nailed it.
But-
Fuck all of you.
but-
I can't see the list, and I fucking got it. Fuck every single one of you.
I was
I
one of
win. I
Hey.
fucking win.
Hey, Andres, you keep talking to me like that, bro. You're gonna need to follow up, dude.
Game set match.
You
Fuck you all.
I had given them a list of 35 films that could possibly be in this podcast, and they had different versions of movies of some of them. So Psycho. Now I will ask you, since I said black and white, do you know which version I'm talking about? Since you keep saying that you didn't look at the list.
Well, it's not nice.
What year?
I would guess the original version.
Okay.
Which,
Anybody
by the way,
want to help him out?
there's another Wanderies podcast on Psycho that is very good. The Alfred Hitchcock version. That's the same
That is
narrator
exactly it.
as the one I was talking about.
Mhm.
Go ahead and listen to that one too. That is very, very good.
1960.
Sure, why not?
So, team, I just finished. Why do you think that is the movie I picked?
How about you go, Ash?
I would think, much like I thought with Andreas, maybe it was one of the things that put you on the path to liking scary movies. Like that was like for me, it was Scream. Not it wasn't Scream that made me like it, but it was one of those like little mini triumphs that I was able to handle it. I thank you, but something like moment for you, like, oh, this is the genre maybe that I like. That's my guess, Andres.
Why did I guess that, or why do I think that you would like that? Psycho's fucking awesome. Did you watch the Bates Motel show?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. So that's good.
See, but
What do I
that
think
still
you would-
doesn't know why you think that was my favorite.
There, I guess, if you would ask me, like that is like the start of like the genuine like slasher genre of the films. I don't know if that would be like the reason why. Like there is good acting and the storytelling in that movie's perfect. I'm not gonna go into like the ending stuff of it. But yeah, I guess that would be why I would say like the pure cinematics in that movie, like the Hitchcockness of it. I guess I would say.
Wait.
Team Power Ranger, do you want to add anything? Did you think that was my favorite, or did you think something else?
No, I mean, with you saying black and white, that kind of narrowed down the list, fairly small. To probably say why you like that movie, I mean, I would probably say that the cinematography and the way that Alfred Hitchcock tells a story is just fucking brilliant. I mean, that's pretty much it, I mean, that man did so many films, and and each film was different from the next one, and the way he can tell a story is just magnificent. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of.
Go ahead, Luis.
The only thing I was going to say is I'm very surprised / impressed that you chose a classic. I was expecting. I saw Final Destination on the list, and I was right when I saw it. I was like, for sure that's Carmen, because you had mentioned that movie before. So the fact that you chose a classic,
Right.
I didn't see it coming. I didn't expect it. So when you say why did we think that you would pick that, I didn't think you would pick that. But the fact that you did, it's an obvious love for the genre of where it grew, especially watching something like Bates Motel, that just deepens the love of classics. Because it's like, oh shit, that little thing that seemed insignificant in the film, the show is bringing it out to be, oh no, this was with purpose. We meant to do it because of blank. So I applaud you.
Honestly, this film is and will always be my favorite, just because at some point I was a psychology major and I had to write a paper on this movie, and I watched it several fucking times. And the psychology aspects of it, the fact on how the characters were represented, the fact that it's black and white, the fact that it's original, everything about this fucking movie is amazing. And if you haven't had the chance, for you listeners, to watch the original version, please do yourself a favor and watch it, because it's fucking amazing. It really is.
And also,
and
if I
maybe all of you can agree with me on this fact,
Mhm.
perhaps.
Absolutely. And what I will also add to that, if you guys didn't know, it's as a film, like, because I love movies, and I'm sure everybody, obviously, all five of us love movies. If you guys didn't know, like, a trick that the cinematographers would do. So if you have your lens and you're watching the film and you're watching the scene take place, if you see the lens tilt at an angle and the characters are off-centered, that means that the main character or the character in the movie is they're dealing with, or they're trying to, what's it called, it's their own anxiety. Like, you're trying to deal with, like, the main character is having anxiety in that moment. So whenever you see the scene tilt to the side and the scene's all off skewed and stuff like that, it's because the main character, the director or the cinematographer, is trying to relate that the main character is having anxiety at that moment and can't figure out what's happening.
And is trying to visualize it to the viewers. Like, this is
Exactly.
what they see. That's
Like,
fucking, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah. So, like, now every time you see a movie and then you see the camera tilt to the side and you see everything off centered and stuff like that, you're like, oh shit, like, the main character is like is trying to piece together what the hell is happening and stuff like that. And I think
You're disoriented. Yeah.
Exactly. And I think it's funny because I was watching, again, with my kids, I was watching Toy Story 2. Okay, and they do
I thought you were gonna say Psycho. I'm
no.
Don't watch that with your kids, dude.
no. I swear to God, if you watch,
she's murdering this broad, right?
and if you watch Toy Story 2, there's a part in there where the camera tilts, and you see the way that the main character Woody is acting, or like is trying to deal with the situation, like what the hell is happening, you know? So it's pretty cool. So like now, every time you guys see a movie and you see the camera tilt, you're like, oh shit, the main character. Anyways, I'm blabbering. Let's move on.
No, that's fucking cool, dude. Thank you. I'm look out for that.
I did not know that, and thank you for that, because now whenever I see the camera fucking on an angle, I'm gonna be like, why the fuck are they doing that? What does that mean?
Well, there you go. I like to give. I'm a giver.
So I just finished team. You guys won.
Ooh. Oh.
Wow. Are you guys proud of yourselves?
I'm always proud of myself.
Okay.
You
So
make this a winner.
Power Ranger team,
I'm always
Red
proud of
and Green
myself.
Power Ranger. Before we end this podcast, I will give you a redemption.
A redemption.
You can, yes, you by 2 points
2
or
points.
whatever, yes, because that would be winning.
Well, it'd be 3 points.
Give me the top 3 horror movies based on Rotten Tomatoes. And those 3 are included in the list that I gave you. For those of you listening, as I said previously, I gave them a list of about 35 movies. And in those 35 movies, the 3 top Rotten Tomatoes films, horror films, are included. So do you want to go first, or do you want to let the other team go first?
No, we're definitely going to
Guessing.
go first. Luis, why is your camera tilted? You're doing it because you're confused. I
Oh
get it.
shit!
It's a
Anxiety.
psychological thriller kind of
It's going
angle.
through anxiety.
We're exactly.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay.
This is what's happening. So,
Okay.
do you guys want to guess the top three?
No, we're definitely guessing. We're going to guess this.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So, based off of the list that you gave us, I'm going to go with
Number
because-
one.
Number one. You want me to go in order?
Yes, I do need you to go in order.
Okay.
I don't have
so-
to listen.
And if
Yes,
you're not
yes.
in order, I will give you credit because you got it.
Okay.
But number one.
I'm going to say it was actually a masterpiece. I saw this movie with my wife, and we were just blown away with that movie. I'm going to say Us as number one.
Interesting. Hmm.
You're saying the highest rated?
Mm-hmm.
The
The
she's saying
highest
the
rated on Rotten
Tomatoes.
on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yes.
So I'm gonna say Us for number one because it was. I mean, when Us came out, it was you couldn't get away from it. You saw it everywhere. I'm going to say, and then because of it, its predecessor, I'm going to go ahead and say Get Out is next, because Jordan Peele is amazing and a genius, and I seriously cannot wait for Candyman to come out. And then lastly, I'm going to go out on a limb, and based off of your list, I'm looking at your list, I'm going to say A Quiet Place.
Okay.
Number three.
Can I ask? I agree with Quiet Place with you, Esteban. I suggest that we put Quiet Place at number 2. I'm thinking that Get Out is 1, and I'm thinking of scrapping Us and throw Hereditary.
How dare you, sir? I disagree.
No, I'm
with you
saying for
100%.
Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes is what I'm thinking. I'm cool with sticking with what we're at right now. I know A Quiet Place. When I bought the Blu-ray, it was like certified fresh sticker that was on it, so I know that that's in there for sure. I just don't know 1, 2, or 3. I know Get Out, or I think Get Out got better rated than Us did.
I don't know, man.
So, Luis, I need you to reiterate those thoughts. So you said Get Out first, and then the sequel, Us. What do you rate that as?
Wait, we have to do it as a team, though, yeah?
No, yeah, but I need to remember what you said.
Goddamn, boy.
Honestly, I've had fucking 4 glasses of whiskey, so.
Ooh, she's on whiskey today. Okay.
Ash just finished one to the head.
Okay, we'll stick with what Esteban said. I think he said Us first, Get Out second, and then third was Quiet Place.
Quiet Place. Okay. Now, I just finished Team. Would you like to contribute?
I keep thinking you're making a statement, and I don't realize you're talking about the team, and it throws me off. I'm like,
100%.
we're there now. Cool.
By all means,
would you guys like to take a guess? Since Andres didn't look at the list.
With, whoever got more of the top 3. Do you want me to go since I have it in front of me?
Go for it.
All right, I will go in the completely different direction, and I want to go Exorcist, The Shining, Exorcist, The Shining, and Rosemary's Baby.
Which, by the way, Rosemary Baby is fucking creepy.
Never seen it.
What the fuck? Seen it? How the fuck have you not seen Rosemary's Baby?
I feel like Rotten Tomatoes will certified fresh and all that good stuff, but also I feel like the way I felt about like Andreas's picks are like you're gonna go iconic, and like there's barely stuff that'll touch that, so that's why.
Okay.
Any of those?
So
who had more or less?
I have some news.
News.
Team Power Rangers has won.
Damn.
slowly, because obviously somebody looked at their Rotten Tomatoes list or
And got it
whatever.
like dead on.
But literally got it dead on.
Yeah, I could tell.
100%. So
Jesus.
I could tell by your expression on your face when they were reading it. I was like, okay, they nailed it.
I was
But,
I was like,
okay.
somebody definitely visited Rotten Tomatoes before this podcast. So
Yeah, that's a
first
Esteban.
place.
He lives.
Someone cheats? Yes.
Not the Patriots. I
Listen,
don't
I'm
cheat.
not gonna say about cheating because I was accused of cheating last podcast or whatever. Let's just move on right along.
Going forward,
Um,
if you ever see my screen go blank, that means I'm searching something. So if I nail something in a fucking game or some bullshit, then you know I'm fucking cheating. These other people aren't using their phone, they're on their laptop, so if they open up other windows and shit, I can't tell. You can't tell.
That's
So
bullshit because I'm on my
Whoa,
phone today.
So if I
listeners,
fucking nail anything, just so
Mr.
you know,
Andres
it's
is a
just
little
me
bitter
and
right now, and
okay.
it's 100% okay
Yeah.
because he didn't do research
Going
before.
forward.
Because you clearly said that you didn't look at the list beforehand. Now I know that Mr. Esteban did, because when I was uploading the list to the Google Docs, for those of you listening, we have a Google Docs when we have notes on the show. So obviously he looked them up, and it's the 100 top horror movies or whatever. Anyway, they did win. So Mr. Esteban and Luis have an advantage for next podcast, whatever that may be.
I win.
So, but let me ask you guys in general, and
Yes.
whoever wants to talk about it, why do you think Us, Get Out, and Quiet Place are the top-rated movies as of now?
I'll let Esteban take this because I disagreed with. Wait, no, you said
100%.
Get
Yeah,
Out. Never
no.
mind. But I'll let Esteban take lead on this.
I'm gonna say that Us and Get Out is a massive psychological thriller, like massive psychological thriller. Us, I mean, if you guys haven't seen it, it talks about doppelgangers, and it's insane. It's insane, and it just makes the mind think, you know. Get Out is another psychological thriller with not a hint, but a shit ton of racism in it. And it's
Yeah.
nuts. It's nuts.
100%.
And it's nuts. And I think it was one of those, how sometimes where there's movies that come out, you're like, yeah, you know what, that movie was ahead of its time, Now, not to kind of get into the bullshit that's happening in the world right now, I think Get Out would have been perfect to come out now than when it did, So I think Get Out came out, ahead of its time. And A Quiet Place, it was just one of those movies where it's like, which one was the one movie that came out before it? Was it Don't Breathe? Or I forget which one it is.
Don't Breathe came out.
You know which one I'm talking about? Where it was like it was supposed to be like a horror movie, and it was like a blind guy, and then like these kids are breaking into his house and stuff like that. Okay.
Don't Breathe.
There's that. Okay. But this is on a bigger scale for A Quiet Place.
Yeah.
And
it being John Krasinski, I think was a crazy thing too. Like these two comedic actors that come out with these like, oh fuck, they're pretty dark. Like, it's pretty impressive. Like Jordan Peele bringing that shit, bringing the heat.
And I think it's great because it's like, before A Quiet Place came out, I saw John Krasinski in 13 Hours. If you guys haven't seen 13 Hours, that movie's fucking magical. It's great. That movie's amazing. And it showed that John Krasinski can act in a serious role other than just being comedic, So when I saw 13 Hours, and then I saw that he was directing A Quiet Place, and I saw the trailers to A Quiet Place, I'm like, you know what? Like, that's something I can get behind of and see, see John Krasinski evolve as an actor from comedic to horror, and I don't know. I think it was great.
For I just finished King. Did you have a different order of movies in mind?
Ash.
Where I went again, I just went iconic. I of those movies I haven't seen, so I wouldn't know.
Got it.
I don't.
Wait, you haven't seen neither Us, Get Out, or Quiet Place?
He doesn't watch horror.
I don't watch horror movies.
Got it.
at
And
all.
how about you, Andres?
Okay.
Out of those three, would you have think that they were on the top out of the list that I gave you? And for the people that are listening, at some point maybe we will post the list up so that you know which list I was talking about, since I
could
keep
see Get
referring
Out.
to it.
I can see Get Out being on that list. I don't know about Quiet Place. I liked it. I wasn't in love with it, I guess. I like things about it. I like that John Krasinski was in it, and yeah. That's interesting. Like I don't know if they see, like, I have an issue with it because I don't know if the critics are going for if the movie's actually, like, I don't know. When I go into a horror movie, I want to be scared, or I want it to leave me feeling it later, I guess, is what I would explain it. And I'm not looking for a social commentary, even though in general I do lean that way. Yeah, I want to be scared if I'm going to watch a horror movie, and I'll even watch a shitty horror movie. I don't care. I don't grade horror movies that hard, but I don't know. I wouldn't have picked those as my favorite. Like somebody said Hereditary, I would pick Hereditary higher than A Quiet Place for sure.
You know what? And I haven't seen Hereditary.
Hereditary would.
It's really fucking
that
scary.
shit would fuck you up for
100%.
days.
It fucks you up. But I do have to say, as I was looking at these ratings, it looks like these movies got the highest ratings because they had the higher amount of views for people going to see the movie, other than the classics or other than the other movies that were on the list. And that's why they got a higher rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and that's why they're considered the top three. Not because they were better than the others, it's just because more people went to see them. Now, do you think that more people went to see them because nowadays maybe somebody like Jordan Peele have more reach, or is that something that we want to just like think of the credit of the movie and the fact that it connected to the audience now? And honestly, this is open to anyone to say anything about it.
Honestly, I would probably say that I think with John Krasinski at the helm of A Quiet Place, everybody already knew him from The Office. So, and then if anybody followed him after the fact, they kind of are like, okay, cool, let's go ahead and go down. Let's see what he can do. As far as Jordan Peele goes, the majority of his stuff that he did was comedy. It was all comedy. There was the Key and Peele show, and it was all comedy. So to hear that Jordan Peele's going from comedy and then immediately jumping into directing Get Out, which was first, and Ash, if you can, I would say watch Get Out. It's more of a thriller than a horror movie. I mean anybody.
You specifically.
Why don't I just go to Nebraska and live it?
I mean, don't do that.
Okay, Nebraska, if you are listening, or if anybody from Nebraska is listening, please don't ask. This is not a regular occurrence.
I would say no. Seriously,
Ash's opinions do not reflect all of comics.
I would say watch Get Out. because it's more of a thriller than a horror. It really is. It's more of a thriller than a horror. But anyways, I mean, I see it that way. It's like Jordan Peele goes straight from Key and Peele to directing Get Out. You know, so it's kind of like people were able to see John Krasinski go from The Office to 13 Hours to Jack Ryan and A Quiet Place. So they were able to see his progression going from comedy to serious acting. For Jordan Peele, he went from comedy and then straight to directing a horror movie, you know, or a suspense or a thriller movie, you know. So I think that, and then not only that, but I think a lot of people see Jordan Peele as, you know, a big icon now. You know what I mean? I mean, just the way, you know, we kind of want, I don't know how, it's like not everybody expected, and to kind of compare it, like not everybody expected that Guardians of the Galaxy was going to be an amazing movie. Everybody thought that Guardians of the Galaxy was going to suck, you know. Not a lot of people were expecting Black Panther to do well. It did. Black Panther knocked it out of the ballpark, you know, and to
Guardians
see that
of the Galaxy first is amazing. The second one,
the second one was pretty cool. It was all right. It could have been better. They had a lot of daddy issues in it, so
100%.
there's that.
I felt like I was watching porn when I was not watching porn at all.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
let's not even go there. Okay,
Nope.
how the fuck?
You already
We
did.
didn't go there.
First of all, how
We didn't
does
go
a
there.
god impregnate all fucking planets? And how many planets are there? And why the fuck are you having so much fucking sex? What the fuck?
Are you just jealous that he's having
No,
that much?
no, not jealousy. No, but it's 100% porn. But let's skip that. Maybe the only one that thinks this, and we can discuss this at another time because this is not what was discussed now.
Let's go with that.
100%.
I disagree, but I mean, I don't know. That's what I kind of see it. It's like the way that, as far as Hollywood was going, as far as making movies, they saw like hit after hit after hit, and it was original ideas. So when Jordan Peele came out to do Get Out, they said, you know what, man, fuck it, let's go watch it. You know, that's the way I see it.
So I am assuming all of us, besides Ash, good morning, wake up. Hello. Have you seen Get Out or Us? Either of. I know that you don't like scary movies, but either of these movies have you watched?
You know how lame I am? I probably would see Get Out or something when it's on A&E or some shit. Like when
on A&E. When there's commercials?
Yeah. Well, no, something you know that they would cut out before it's too graphic.
I don't think Get Out was graphic. I mean, I don't remember, but I don't think it was
More of
graphic.
a psychological
No, I don't think so.
thriller.
So.
Yeah.
That would be the way I saw Scream. It would be we'd all be together and somebody would call me a pussy and then I would fucking make myself watch it and then I don't know, try to prove something.
So now we know what the formula is.
Hey, pussy, watch it.
Fuck. I guess I would. But I'll tell you whatever. I'll tell you all, be ready to sleep over because I ain't going nowhere.
I'm not sleeping with you, man.
He did already once. It's not happening again.
Yeah, I'm not doing it again.
Yeah.
You did let us know a lot.
I couldn't walk for a week.
Yay. One, she has a problem saying I had just finished, but will refer to Guardians of the Galaxy 2 as a porno. That's
oh my god! First of all, if you're going to call me out, no, I do not have a problem with saying I just finished if I did finish, which most of the time you guys did not let me do. Oh shit, my headphones went. So,
that went in deep. No
that.
pun intended.
I already know what I'm going to call this episode. This episode is going to be awesome. It's going to be Comics Episode 4. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Didn't finish.
Porn?
Oh, I was thinking Episode 4, we didn't finish.
Oh, god damn, Ash.
We know Kurt Russell did.
Listen, strawberry margarita.
Please don't let that be my nickname.
Yeah, I think that's
it's
a good
100% going to be your nickname.
Strawberry
Because-
margarita.
What's up, Margarita
100%.
Jones?
Can you please tell me, did you use a mixer?
Is it margarita?
He has a fancy blender.
Remember, we made fun of that 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks
2
ago.
weeks ago.
No.
He
He
posted
has a fancy blender. I get that, but that margarita looks
He's using that
really
Jose
pink.
Cuervo bullshit, like strawberry mix.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know you.
8 o'clock, so it's
I know
like
you.
You're using it for Jose Cuervo bullshit.
For all of you guys listening, obviously you can tell who is the alcoholics in the group and who may have a shitty ass fucking taste in tequila. But we won't mention names until we get educated on tequilas or whatnot. So before we dismiss the show and we say bye to you guys,
Dismiss.
anyone else want to say anything?
Yes.
Ash, okay, 100%. Go ahead.
Yeah, Luis, you want to go first? Because I've been holding mine for. Nope, should fix that line. I've been holding my question. Go ahead.
Oh, wait, I thought you
No,
just
you first.
finished.
You first, bud. You first.
Okay.
You first, and then
Why
and
is
then I get to it. Then it's my turn.
There's been,
My turn.
whether it's edits, whether it's whatever, why is it a big deal for Jared Leto to come back as Joker when the internet shat all over his face? But all of a sudden, he's coming back, and then now it's like, and it's like, that's what
There's
I'm.
still shit all over his face because he did not ever deserve to be Joker. And maybe a different version of the Joker, maybe, perhaps, maybe. And I can
Tiny
see what,
harsh.
Okay, go ahead, Lee.
You didn't
I will let you go.
Okay.
Right.
Exactly. You didn't let me finish.
No,
Good
go
for
ahead.
you,
Go,
Ash.
Carmen.
Good,
Go ahead,
good,
Carmen.
good.
Finish.
No, good for you on the pun.
Go ahead, Carmen. Finish. About Jared Leto and the Joker.
Luis, go ahead. I will finish.
All I was gonna say is I didn't after Heath Ledger, it taught me not to judge the actor before I see the performance.
Yeah,
I
but
thought
you hit it on
Heath
Ben
Ledger
Affleck.
when I
Okay.
first heard. No, I don't. I very much enjoy Ben Affleck's
No,
Batman.
when you first
but
heard about
when I
Ben
heard
Affleck,
I made the same statement. I said I don't like it, but I'm gonna wait to see what I get.
you poo-pooed on it.
'Cause I didn't like it.
Else.
I did. I didn't like it, but I was like, you know
So did
what?
I.
I'm gonna wait to see what it is.
So did I.
But then when it came out, I was very pleased with it. I'm still very pleased with the product. But so
Wait,
back
hold
to
on. You are very pleased with Jared Leto's performance as a Joker?
No. I was answering Esteban's question about Ben Affleck, of how I felt when that first came out, which I wasn't happy with.
How do you feel about Jared Leto's performance as a Joker?
So when Jared Leto was first cast, I wasn't pleased, but I knew he was an Academy Award winning or nominee. So I was like, okay, let me give him a shot. And then the movie that I saw, I wasn't so mad with his portrayal. It was a different version of Joker for sure. But it wasn't true to Joker, which felt uncomfortable for me. But I didn't see this as a complete betrayal the way a lot of people did. But then he came out in interviews and he was very vocal about how the movie that was pitched was different and the movie that was shot was different than the movie that was released. And so then that became a whole thing. And so I think the reason people are shitting on it now is because he was never part of the Snyder Cut. And the Snyder Cut supposedly was already filmed. And Snyder was like, this film is complete. I just need to edit it. But then it's like, oh, I'm doing reshoots and I'm doing these other shoots that have never been explained. But I know why he's doing them, because in Batman vs. Superman, he makes a glimpse of the Robin suit that was sabotaged by Joker. Heath Ledger's, or not Heath Ledger, I'm sorry, by Jared Leto's Joker. That supposedly, like, there was supposedly a scene that was filmed with Zack Snyder's son playing Jason Todd that was murdered. But again,
Now,
people come out.
and I am really sorry to interrupt you, Luis, but is this maybe a topic that we all want to discuss in the next episode of the podcast in detail? And
Done beautifully by the moderator. I absolutely agree.
Thank you.
I think it is.
Thank you. This is why I get paid the big bucks. If you're listening, I never paid anything. None of us do. We just do it for fun.
I like how
get paid in whiskey,
you tell everyone the jokes. Like, they don't pay me.
Oh, and Luis's joke just ended up taking a dump.
Oh, he's ending. But yeah, so listen to the next week's podcast, and we will talk about our thoughts.
So much more stuff.
Maybe there will be a moderator that has not moderated out of the 5 of us, or maybe not. Who knows?
We'll see what happens.
But go ahead and listen. And this is all for now. Please follow us on the Instagram. The handle is Comics Podcast or Comics
_podcast.
Comics_podcast. If you want to follow us individually, I am at Carmen P_star. Mr. Ash.
Mob Stash, MOB Stash, STACHE, all one word.
Mr. Esteban.
You can go ahead and follow me at Este Stark, Este_Stark on Instagram.
And Andres.
I still don't know my Instagram name, so just search for my name. It's Andres Arroyo.
No, I got you, dude. I got you. No, none of that. None of that. Good luck. I got you.
Andy.
It's Andy _05_24.
That sounds right.
There you go.
Yeah.
And anybody want to list Luisa since he dropped off from this call?
Luis dropped off. Luis, you can probably reach
back.
Luis
Wait,
at.
Hold on. He's back. He's back. Where
Sorry,
can
guys.
we reach you, Luis?
Luis, how can everybody find you?
Everybody can find me at comics_podcast.
Don't
on
forget
Instagram.
to please subscribe to our podcast if you're listening on iTunes podcast. If you are listening to our podcast on Spotify, subscribe and get the notifications. And that's it for today. We will be back next week. Yes, Mr. Luis.
One tiny thing before we sign out, something that I wanted to, we'll touch more on it on the next episode. But if anyone has a chance to check out Rich_Rotten, he's a retro game collector. And so I've been very obsessed with like old school games, and we'll talk a little bit more about it on the next episode, but wanted to just give him a little shout out here to check out that page. If you listen to this episode, on the next one, I'll talk about some of the games that he's been looking at and reviewing. But some good shit, guys. That's all I got. That's all I got.
So if you want us to shout you out, leave a comment, leave a like, message us on Instagram, and that way we know that you're listening, and we will definitely shout you out. So good night or good day whenever you're listening to this. Peace out.
See you later, guys.
Deuces.
Bye.